Good Monday to you, everybody in COM 785. Welcome to week boom 6, and it is residency week. I am so looking forward to seeing all of you. All right. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you just a couple of things to make sure that you have and that you bring with you when we get to residency. All right. And since it's a little bit later today, it's about 5 o'clock or something. No coffee, just a little lime water. Refresh things up. All right. First things first. For the readings this week, they are posted in the course content folder under week 6, right? As well as a schedule / study guide for the residency weekend. Make sure that you dive into them like now. Okay, don't wait till Thursday. In particular, for the readings, what I want you to do, we're going to do the discussion just a teeny bit differently this time. Instead of writing out your responses and then, responding to your classmates, read through the material, and there are 3 selections, and I've got a PDF of a textbook that's posted there for you. Read through those, and then go over to the discussion board for week 6 in Blackboard and pull up those questions. There are only 3 of them this time, but what we're going to do is we're going to dedicate time while we're in class to discussing the questions. So read through the material and come prepared to engage in a rigorous and thoughtful and informed discussion about the material. All right. We have a selection from Cialdini this time. I have a PDF. I wonder where I put the book. It's probably over there somewhere. I have a PDF of a book for you that, this is another one that would be well worth your while if you're going to go into PR and marketing, especially in marketing, to have around on your shelf. It's an expensive-ish book. I think you can get it online now. Anyway, it's the work by Gary Vaynerchuk. I think he says it's Vayner. Vaynerchuk, Chuk for Nurchuk. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. But anyway, the name of the book is Jab, 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 Right Hook: How to Sell Your Story in a Noisy Social World. And it is all about the use of social media for marketing and why social media is important, why it's different, and how it works, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so this is chapter numero uno. You're not going to get a whole lot in the way of depth for the work, but this is one of those sort of big sketches, big picture, big sort of, let's take a look at this from 5,000 feet kind of chapters. And then there's a selection from Cialdini and Wilson. Okay, so make sure that you read them, go through the discussion questions. You can write out notes. The answer, I'm not saying don't write it. There's nowhere that you have to type it in. And come to class prepared to have an engaging and invigorating and informed discussion about this material. We're going to do that on the 15th. Okay, so the second thing is, if you haven't seen it already, and you need to, because I sent you an announcement, I think, like this weekend, there is an outline and a guide in Blackboard for residency weekend. It gives you the location. If you're not sure about how to get around the campus, I put the Google link in there to give you the directions right to the communication building. I think it's like Communication and Theater is the actual name of the building. All right. So now this is not going to give you directions to Virginia Beach per se, but if you don't know where that is at this point in the game, you got other problems. Okay. And then there's an overview, what to expect, what to bring in terms of, you can bring anything you like, but at the very least, bring Wilson's text, because you'll be referencing this in some of your work. Bring a laptop or a smart device, anything that allows you to connect to the internet, World Wide Web, and type, because you will be doing work during the 2 days in residency. and you're going to email it to me, and we'll go through it. I'll throw it up on the board. Okay, and we're going to discuss it. So make sure by way of material and tools, you have at least those two things. Okay, so each day we're going to meet at 9 o'clock. All right, and we'll meet in room 101 in the discussions building. And I'm kind of wondering if yeah. Okay, and I have an additional room reserved. We're gonna do some breakouts. So day number 1. Here's another thing I want you to prepare, and I really don't want any extempo, extemporaneous, as they used to say in debate. Prepare a little. If you need to make notes, make notes. If you need to make mental notes, make mental notes. For day 1, when we start, I'll introduce myself like you don't know me, but I'll say a little bit about my background. And then I want to get to know you, and I want each of you to get to know each other. One of the big reasons for the residency is to fuse you together as a group and help you see each other as a resource as future Regent alumni. All right, so please come prepared to give about a 10-minute introduction about yourself. What kind of work have you done in the communication field? What are you doing now? What do you want to do with the Regent degree? Maybe, if you could say, which of the 3 areas, if this applies, that we're going to be covering this semester in PR marketing and not-for-profit interests you? All right. Tell me about yourself and then everybody else. All right. We'll take a break. And then I've got a discussion, a lecture for you. I know we're not to this unit yet, but I have a lecture for you about work in the not-for-profit sector, which, it is different than working in the for-profit sector, but the opportunities for you in the not-for-profit sector are all over the place. But it's its own particular animal. That is the field. It's a field that I've been, happily working in for almost 2 decades now. Okay. And then we're going to take a break. And then when we come back, then we'll dive into the questions from week 6 from Blackboard. So you have your material prepared. I'm going to give you material to help you prepare for the midterm exam, which is, it's like wham, bam. It is popping up right after residency. So, you come to residency and you're like, and then at the end of week 7, when you go back, then I'll throw up the midterm exam. So we'll spend a little bit of time going over that. So you're not just going into it going, what am I going to be doing, and then I have a writing exercise for you. All right. This is one of the things that I'm hoping that you're getting, that I want to stress in this class. In all 3 of these fields, PR, marketing, and not-for-profit, you could be forgiven for missing the mark. Say the campaign didn't go as well as possible. I mean, depending on how not well as possible, you take Bud Light. I don't think the person that designed that has been forgiven. She may not. I mean, I know she was put on leave. She may not be employed there anymore. But anyway, you can get some leeway on that. Likewise for fundraising. But what you will not get any slack on is missing deadlines or turning out work that has mistakes in it. Work on those 2 areas as we work on the material in the semester. Because if most of the jobs out there are not in the academic sector. And so if you're looking, to answer the question of, well, what do I do with my DSC degree? All right. Well, I want to encourage you to incorporate private and not-for-profit sector into what you do. And that's the demand of the sectors. It's speed, got to hit those deadlines, and accuracy. So we're going to do an in-class writing exercise in which, I'm going to simulate for you what I've often experienced working in marketing and PR and not-for-profit. Okay. And then we'll take off. Then the next day we're going to come back and we'll review the exercise. And then, this is the last point, you are going to present your semester projects. Please, please, please make sure that these are ready to go, because you will turn them in to me as well. This is when they are due. All right. I've said this, I don't know, a bunch of times. And in fact, I think it's on this. It's no, I don't think. I know it's on the sheet in the assignments folder. Okay. And then, that'll take us to the end of the second day, and we'll bid our fond farewells and go back from whence we came. Okay. All right, everybody. If you have any last minute questions about, what are we doing? What do I bring or whatever, please, you can feel free to call me or just text me. My number's on the syllabus. Otherwise, I will see you 9 a.m. this Thursday, June 15th. I'm really looking forward to it. All right. God bless everybody. See you soon in Virginia Beach. Take care. Bye-bye.